Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Cherry Field in Tucson, Arizona. Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network. It's play-by-play coverage in the Chris Moon Memorial Cherry Field Classic. And we're underway in another pool game that features San Marcos from California and the host high school, the Tucson High Badgers. And by way of the coin toss, Tucson, the home team, so San Marcos at the plate to start the ball game. David Foster, the leadoff hitter, up there with a count of a ball and a strike. And he takes a breaking ball off the helmet. And Foster will go to first base, hit by the pitch. That'll bring up the third baseman, Hunter French. Plate shortens the bunt, takes low for a ball. Once again, we got the San Marcos lineup after the home plate meeting, so working on getting the names into the scorebook here. Stepping to throw to first base, we can tell you that Jose Contreras gets the start this afternoon for Tucson. Pitch high and away for a ball, and it's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes on Hunter French with a runner at first. Again, a throw to first and the runner back standing. Balls, no strikes, and a pop-up. And this one out of play. All right, now I think we're set to get you through the Royals lineup. David Foster, again, the leadoff hitter. He's aboard at first after being hit by the pitch. Hunter French, the number 2 hitter. He's at the plate with a 2-1 count. Ken Gibson, the shortstop, will bat third. And there's a ground ball out to short, fielded there. The out at second base, the throw on to first. And that's in time and a double play. 6-4-3 on the double play to erase the base runner. And now with 2 outs and the bases empty, it is Ken Gibson, the shortstop, coming to the plate for San Marcos. Parker Rosenberg will bat fourth and catch. Derek Zelstra starts in left field and bats fifth. The starting pitcher, Sean Nakano West, bats sixth. The number 7 hitter, the center fielder, Colin Dosh. Blake Ketsev DHs and bats eighth. And Kyle Gonzalez plays second base and bats ninth. The first pitch to West. Again, Gibson misses for a ball. As you can for sure hear, the wind has continued. Started a little after noon, and it is still blowing in heavily from right field. The 1-1 pitch. And a ball down the right field side. That's fouled out of play, and they count 1-2. Enough wind that it did some damage to some of the shade screen tarps that people have. The one got kind of flipped inside out during the 11 o'clock game, and then between the 11 and the 2 o'clock game, the one that covers the scorers area behind home plate here had the frame break as the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two out, space is empty in the top of the first. Tucson trying to go unbeaten through pool play. And the pitch is high and away, ball 4. So runner to first with 2 outs, and the batter is Parker Rosenberg. Again, Tucson 2-0 in pool play. San Marcos sits at 1-1 as they won their game yesterday, but lost just about an hour ago as they dropped a game to Pomona, 12-5, the final in that one. And interestingly enough, San Marcos jumped ahead. They scored 4 runs in the top of the first inning. But Pomona fought back to get even at 5-5 and then opened it up in the later innings. Check of the runner at first base, and the 1-0 pitch bounced in there and blocked. And the count 2-0. The defense for the Tucson Badgers: Kevin Samaniego in left field, Alexander Carrillo in center field, and Fernando Mongaray in right. That's Joseph Marquez at third, Ivan Estrella the shortstop, Tyler Johnson plays second, and Cameron Ambarano at first base, and Miguel Figueroa catching Contreras. The 2-0 pitch. Off the end of the bat, lifted into shallow left field, and sliding over and making the catch, Samaniego lays out to pick up the final out in the first inning. No runs, no hits, a hit batter, but a double play, and then a walk. Left 1 runner on after a half inning of play. Royals, nothing. And the Badgers coming up to face Sean Nakano West. Tyler Johnson leads it off for Tucson in the bottom of the first inning. And the first pitch over the outside corner for a strike. Now the 0-1. And that's near the outside corner, a called strike. And it's 0-2. Fouled off of the plate. Still no balls, 2 strikes. Johnson leads off. Alexander Carrillo second. Ivan Estrella bats third at shortstop. Cameron Ambarano, the first baseman, is fourth. Miguel Figueroa, the catcher, bats fifth. Robert Davila starts as the DH as he bats for the pitcher, Jose Contreras. Another 2-strike pitch and a ground ball over to third. Picked up on a hop. And on to first base. That's in time, 1 away. In the bottom third of the order for the Badgers, Joseph Marquez, the third baseman, Fernando Mongaray, the right fielder, and Kevin Samaniego, the left fielder.
Number 8, center fielder, Alexander Carrillo.
Now Carrillo, the center fielder. And the first pitch high for ball 1. Back to Nakano West. He knocks it down, turns, and throws to first base, and safe the call. Threw it a little bit low and threw a bullet over there. Maybe kind of handcuffed the first baseman, Foster. And so an error. So Carrillo on at first base, and the batter is Ivan Estrella. Runner bluffs and does not go, and the throw to first base. And Carrillo gets back. the runner at first base, the 1-0 pitch. That's over for a strike, and it's 1-1. Step and a throw to first, and the runner back. Royals here with a runner at first and 1 out. First, the 1-1 pitch. And it's over for a strike, and it's 1-2. Derek Zylstra is in left field. Colin Dosh in center. And Nolan Cope in right field. It's French and Gan Gibson on the left side of the infield. Gonzalez and Foster on the right. And Rosenberg catching Nakano West. Another throw to first, and again the runner back. No score, bottom of the first inning. Badgers with a runner at first and 1 out. Runner goes. The pitch is high on a breaky ball. The throw to second base. And not able to apply the tag there. That throw was high. Gonzalez able to bring it down, but Rio able to slide past. So now the Badgers get a runner in scoring position. With 1 out, 2-2 the count on the hitter, Ivan Estrella. And Estrella with a ground ball, that's foul. Wide of third. Two balls, 2 strikes the count. Royals had a couple of base runners in the top of the first inning but did not score. They lost one of them on a double play and left the other one on. The 2-2. And a line drive just over the head of Foster and down the line into right field. Carrillo coming around third base. He will score. And going into second base is Ivan Estrella. An RBI hit for Estrella, and Tucson leads San Marcos 1-0.
Number 10, first baseman Cameron Amparano.
Now Cameron Amparano, the first baseman for the Badgers. And he hits a fly ball out to right center field. It's Cope giving chase, and he can't get to it. Out of his reach. They'll get the ball back in quickly, and nearly ended up with a play at the plate as Estrella let up a little bit coming around and then realized he had to turn it back on again. So Amparano trades places with Estrella, and it's 2-0 Badgers.
20, catcher Miguel Figueroa.
And the catcher Miguel Figueroa. The set of the pitch and a foul ball. Now, middle part of day 2 in the Christmas Memorial Cherry Field Classic. Pitch misses for a ball, and it's 1-1. Still a couple of more time slots coming up later today, 5 o'clock and 8 o'clock, although the 8 o'clock time slot has just one pool game. That's a slow ground ball to the second baseman. He'll throw low, and it gets away. And another run is in. That'll be an E4. Gonzalez came in and got it, but I think because it was slow, he thought he had to get rid of it in a hurry. And he threw low. Foster couldn't pick it out. And the ball goes to the fence along the side. Now Jacob Federico running as a courtesy runner at first base. For the catcher Figueroa. 3-0 Badgers, bottom of the first.
designated hitter Robert Avila.
Now Robert Avila, the DH. And the first pitch misses high for ball one. Step and a throw to first and the runner back. West with a set and the 1-0. And a pop-up on the right side. Going to be a challenge with the wind. But Foster makes the nice play to stay with it there. A step into foul territory. That's the second out of the inning. And now the batter is Joseph Marquez.
Joseph Marquez.
Federico Guest over there at first base and actually took off early, started a break for second, slammed on the brakes, and he was able to get back as the throw went over to first. Pitch to Marquez misses for a ball. Ground ball over to the right side. Foster will scoop that one up and tap the bag at first. And the inning is over, but Tucson scores 3 times in the bottom of the first, and after one, they lead San Marcos 3-0. 5, 6, and 7 in the order for the Royals. And the first pitch to Derek Zylstra over for a strike. And that ball hit right back up the middle and into center field. That's a base hit. Now Sean Nakano-West, the pitcher for the Royals.
Pitcher Sean Nakano-West.
And he's bunting, bunts it hard right back to the pitcher. Contreras will throw to second, and they'll get the out. A 1-6 force of Zylstra, Nakano-West aboard on a fielder's choice.
Number 3, center fielder Colin Dosh.
Now the center fielder Colin Dosh. The first pitch high for ball one. And a ball fouled out of play on the first base side. 1 on, 1 out, top of the second inning. San Marcos trailing Tucson 3-0. And a breaking ball sent back up the middle. That's into center field. And a base hit. Second hit of the inning and of the ball game for San Marcos. They had 2 base runners in the first, but no hits. It was a hit batter and then a walk.
Right fielder Nolan Cope, number 11, designated hitter Blake Katsev.
Now Blake Katsev with 2 aboard and 1 out in the top of the second. And the first pitch Pitch at the knees for a strike. And time called. And the one strike pitch, a fly ball into center field. Carrillo over to his right a couple of steps, makes the catch. The runner bluffs but does not go from second base. And so that is out number 2, and now the batter is Kyle Gonzalez.
Second baseman Kyle Gonzalez.
First one to Gonzalez is low for a ball. Two on and two out. Top of the second. Royals down 3-0. The 1-0 pitch. Over for a strike, and it's 1-1. And a breaking ball over for a strike, 1-2. That's a fastball that misses just off the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And now 3 balls and 2 strikes. Back to second base. The 3-2 as the runners go, and the pitch is high for ball 4. Two hits and a walk in the inning. Low to the bases for the Royals. Needed to cash in here with 2 outs. Back to the top of the order for David Foster. And Foster takes a strike on the inside corner. Next one bounced in there, and it's 1-1. And a swing and a miss. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2 pitch. A little bit low, and it's 2-2. And time called. Just misses for a ball, and it's 3-2. So full count with the bases loaded and 2 outs, and the merry-go-round will get going here for the Royals. Tucson trying to get out of the inning unscathed. Contreras into the wide. There go the runners, the 3-2, and a ground ball over to first, and played nicely on a backhand by Amparano, and he'll touch the bag at first. And no harm done. done in the second. San Marcos no runs on 2 hits plus a walk. They leave the bases loaded. After an inning and a half, San Marcos trails Tucson 3-0. 8-9-1 in the order for Tucson in the bottom of the second. Fernando Mungaray takes strike 1. Next pitch misses for a ball. Now the 1-1. And a ground ball up the middle, and that's through into center field, a base hit. Leadoff single for the Badgers.
Number 3, left fielder Kevin Samaniego.
And now Kevin Samaniego, the left fielder, bats. Samaniego shows bunt. Takes off-speed pitch outside for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch, and that ball bunted down the first base line, but that will roll foul. And they count 1-1. Bunt shown, and then Samaniego pulls the bat back and fouls the pitch away. Throw to first and the runner back. 3-0 Badgers as they bat at the bottom of the second. Runner goes, the pitch is strike, the throw to second, and boy, that must not have been a very good jump out there. It looked like the throw would have had Mungaray easily, but the throw short hops the middle infielder, and so it'll go as a stolen base.
On the Badger lineup, second baseman Tyler Johnson.
And 1 out with a runner at second, and the batter Tyler Johnson. First one to Johnson, misses for ball 1. And the next pitch over for a strike. And it's 1-1. Play, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Three nothing our score here in the bottom of the second inning. And a breaking ball high for a ball, 2-2. Clouds have come in, and with the wind actually has made it pretty nice as far as temperature goes. A little dusty because of the wind as that ball is lifted into right field. sinks a bit, but it's put away for out number 2. Johnson flies out, and the batter will be Alexander Carrillo.
Center fielder, Alexander Carrillo.
First 1-2, Carrillo misses for a ball. Got 3 runs in the bottom of the first inning on a couple of base hits and 2 Royal errors. And a swing and a miss, and it's 2-1. It's 2-2. No runs, 2 hits, 2 errors for San Marcos. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors for Tucson. And the 2-2 pitch. That's outside for a ball, 3-2. The 3-2 pitch, and that's high for ball 4.
Shortstop, Ivan Estrella.
Now Ivan Estrella, who had an RBI double his last time up. First pitch outside for ball 1. 2 on and 2 out, bottom of the second inning. Badgers up 3-0. And the ball fouled off, and they count 1-1. Set and the 1-1 pitch, and that's fouled out of play. And they count 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes on Estrella. And a ball down the right field side, but that's foul and out of play. A ball and 2 strikes to count. Nakano West trying to get out of the second inning without giving up a run. And that one's fouled back out of play. Now the set of the 1-2. The runners go. The pitch outside, and the ball comes out of the hand of the catcher Rosenberg. 2 in scoring position for Estrella. The 2-2. And a base hit into center field will score 1. The throw comes plateward, not in time. It scores 2. And a nice at-bat there for Estrella. A 2-run single. He's driven in 3 in the ball game. And Tucson leads 5-0.
First baseman, Cameron Amparano.
Now Cameron Amparano, the first baseman, had an RBI double his first time up. And he takes the first one inside for ball 1. Again, pool play will finish up after the 8 o'clock game tonight. Elimination play starts tomorrow. So a swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. And then the placement games will take place on Friday, with the championship game at 3 o'clock right here on field 1. And a fly ball, that's hit well out to left center field. That's going to split the outfielders. Runner going to be waved around third base. He'll score an RBI double for Cameron Amparano. Estrella scores all the way from first base, and it's 6-0 Badgers.
Pitcher, Miguel Figueroa.
It looked like Tucson might get shut down in this second inning. They had a leadoff base hit. Stolen base, but a strikeout and a flyout. Had a runner at second with 2 outs in the inning. But since then, a walk, a 2-run single, and an RBI double. And Miguel Figueroa fouls the first one away for a strike. The 0-1. And that's a slow roller first base side. Foster will pick it up and gets to the bag at first. And that ends the inning. The Badgers follow up their 3-run first with a 3-run second inning, and after 2, they lead 6-0. 2, 3, and 4 in the order for the Royals. In the top of the third, Hunter French takes high for a ball. And the next one misses. 2 balls and no strikes. Ball fouled out of play, and the count goes to 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch. And that's fouled out of play. It's 2-2. Another foul ball out of play. French grounded into a 6-4-3 double play in the first inning. And the next one low for a ball. Pitch and a ground ball, and that's just past the third baseman Marquez down the line into left field, and it's a leadoff double for Hunter French. walked in the first. And he fouls the first one out of play. Set from Contreras, and he steps off. 6-0 Badgers. Royals batting in the top of the third. And a breaking ball lifted into right field. Yeah, that's going to drop for a base hit. That got into the wind and got knocked down in a hurry. Aboard for the Royals. With nobody out, the batter Parker Rosenberg.
Pitcher, Parker Rosenberg.
First pitch misses for a ball. Rosenberg hit a fly ball to San Diego in left field to end the first. The 1-0 pitch. And a breaking ball over for a strike. It's 1-1. And another breaking ball. This one grounded foul. Set of the 1-2. And that's popped up on the left side in foul territory, and that's caught by Marquez. And that's a big first out. And one away for Derek Zylstra. Shortens to bunt, and Tucson had a chance to throw behind the runner. They did, but it was overthrown. French way off the bag between second and third. Back to second, but no throw. 2 aboard, 1 out, top of the third. San Marcos trailing Tucson 6-0. Pitch low for a ball. And a ground ball over on the right side. That's threw it into right field for a base hit. Runner's going to be waved around. The ball bobbled. Now the throw will go to third base. And that's on the money to get that runner at third. So an RBI base hit for Zylstra as French scores. And then Gunn Gibson thrown out by Mungeray. And now Nakano West bats with a runner at first and 2 away in the inning, but the Royals on the board now trailing 6-1. And the first pitch is high for ball 1. low for a ball, 2-0. And the next pitch high, 3-0. The count. Contreras delivers and gets that one over for a strike, and it's 3-1. And a swing and a miss, and it's 3-2. Zylstra will take off here, 3-2 with 2 outs. And the ball fouled away. Boy, I would wonder with the left-hander up there, that really looked like Zylstra took off on the very first move. And so with a left-hander, I wonder if Contreras would kind of hang that front leg, if he might get the runner to take off and have a chance to pick him off. Not a move like that. That ball gets away, but the runner will stay put. Not a move like that where he's, sort of already committed to pick off to first base. But I'm thinking if he, working out of the stretch, will just pick up that right leg and just hang it there for a moment, might have a chance to pick him off. It goes again that same way. And that pitch looked pretty good, but it's ball 4. Umpire said it was up. I don't think it was high. If I had to guess why he called it, I would have guessed inside. It sure did not look high.
Center fielder, Colin Dosh.
But the Royals will try to use it as Colin Dosh will bat with 2 aboard and 2 outs, a run in, and the Royals down 6-1. First pitch low for a ball. Is high and outside for a ball, and it's 2-0. And the 2-0 pitch. Inside 3-0. Man, we're not setting any speed records here. Playing in the top of the 3rd inning. Each team has had base runners the entire ball game. Pitch over for a strike, and it's 3-1. Royals left a runner on in the first and left the bases loaded in the second. Finally got a run across here in the 3rd, and they've got 2 aboard trying to add more. And a line drive, that's into left field for a base hit. Runner's going to be waved around, and the throw is cut off. It gets away, and so it wasn't cut off. Third baseman Marquez wasn't able to handle the throw from left field. And so the remaining base runners move up a base each. It's an RBI single for Dosh to make it 6-2. And the batter is Blake Katzev. First a timeout from the Badger dugout. Playing in the top of the 3rd, 6-2 Tucson. Katzev going after the first pitch, fouls it out of play. check on the swing, and the umpire says he does not go around on the count 1-1. 2 runs in for the Royals in the top of the third. The 1-1. It's low for a ball, 2-1. And that's into foul territory and out of play. Aboard with 2 outs, a 2-2 count, and 2 runs in for the Royals in the third. They're down 6-2. Looking for a big base hit here to pull it closer. And a 2-2. And a ground ball rolled over to the right side. Scooped up and on to first base. And the Royals score twice, but they leave a couple runners on. And after 2.5, they trail 6-2. Tucson sends up 6, 7, and 8 in the inning. Robert Davila takes strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. That's fouled out of play. And it's 0-2. Davila fouled out to the first baseman Foster in the first. And the 0-2 bounced in there. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. And Davila strikes out for the first out in the third inning. And the batter is Joseph Marquez.
Now batting third baseman, Joseph Marquez.
Pitch on the inside corner for a strike. And the 0-1. And that's hit well out to center field. And that's off the glove of the center fielder. But a playable ball out there in center. Josh not able to hang on to it. He left his feet to jump up in the air, and it hit off the glove. So 1 out base runner for the Tucson Badgers, and the batter is Fernando Mungare. First pitch outside for a ball. Low for a ball, 2-0. 6-2 Tucson. Badgers batting in the bottom of the third. Runner goes and the ball grounded. Oh, it's going to be a fair ball. I thought that was foul down the line, but a fair ball to call, and French throws out Mungare at first base. Marquez goes to second, and the batter is Kevin Samaniego.
Outfielder Kevin Samaniego.
First pitch high for a ball. And a slow tapper back to the mound. The swinging bunt there, and it's fielded by Nakano West on to Foster at first. And the inning is over. No runs, no hits, and error, one left through three. Badgers lead 6-2. 9-1-2 in the order for the San Marcos Royals. And Kyle Gonzalez with a swing and a miss for a strike. Faces a new pitcher for the Badgers as Tyler Johnson is on to pitch the fourth inning. Ball fouled off in the count 0-2. So with Johnson vacating second base, Jacob Federico is in to play second. Another change for Tucson. Travell Hill is now in left field. And a pitch over for a cold third strike, and that'll do it for Gonzalez. He's the first down of the inning. And now the batter is David Foster.
Batting first baseman David Foster.
The first one off, and it's strike one. San Marcos batting in the top of the fourth inning, down 6-2. They saw Tucson score 3 in the bottom of the first and 3 in the bottom of the second. The Royals responded with 2 in the top of the third inning. Now a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Pitch is low for a ball, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. So Johnson with back-to-back strikeouts of Royal hitters, and now will face Hunter French.
Hunter French.
Right field line, but foul. Johnson into the line and the one strike pitch. And a swing and a foul tip for a strike. And it's 0-2. And the 2-strike pitch. Breaking ball, lost it there, 1-2. Base is empty with 2 outs at the top of the fourth. Johnson winds in the 1-2. That's low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And a ground ball into the hole. It's short and under the glove and into left field. 2-out hit for Hunter French. His second hit of the ball game after doubling in the third.
First off, Don Gibson.
Now the shortstop Gibson, who has walked and singled in 2 plate appearances. First pitch low for ball 1. first, and the runner is back. A couple of strikeouts to start the inning. Hunter French with a 2-out single, and he's aboarded first. He'll go. And a bit of a break there for the Badgers. That ball fouled out of play. That was a big jump out there for French, and I think he would have had second base stolen easily. Turn and throw to first, and the runner back. With the runner going, and the ball hit foul and out of play on the right side, and it's 1-2. Throw to first, and that one closer over there, but again, saved the call. Not go, swinging a foul tip into the glove, and that's a strikeout. Johnson strikes out the side in the fourth, gives up a base hit, and leaves the runner at first. And we go to the bottom of the fourth inning, still 6-2 Badgers. Top of the order for Tucson in the bottom of the fourth inning. And Tyler Johnson takes up and in for ball one. Johnson, Carrillo, and Estrella for Tucson in the fourth. Pitch over the outside corner, a strike, and it's 1-1. And the pitch outside for a ball, 2-1. West with a 2-1 pitch over for a strike, and it's 2-2. Now the line and the 2-2 pitch, and that's hit hard back up the middle into center field. A hit. For the pitcher Johnson, it appears. Yeah, he'll come off. We'll see who comes down to the Tucson dugout. And it's Ramon Vega.
First base, number 7, Ramon Vega. Batting center fielder Alexander Carrillo. Alexander Carrillo. He shows bunt, takes a strike. The 1-strike pitch. Ball bunted. That's fielded at third. The play, though, is to first base. And the unrecorded 5-3 on the sacrifice. Vega running for Johnson goes to second. And the batter is Ivan Estrella. Shortstop, Ivan Estrella. First one to Estrella, breaking ball outside for ball one. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. Six-2 the score. Tucson in the lead. They bat at the bottom of the fourth. And the 1-1 pitch. And that's lined into center field. That will fall for a base hit. Runner sent around third. And first baseman Foster not able to pick up the throw on the relay, but then it gets past. Rosenberg picks it up and throws out Estrella trying to go to second. So we have Estrella an RBI single. But again, he's thrown out trying to go from first to second as the throw got past the first baseman Foster. And now a fly ball well out to center field. Should end the inning, and it does, as Amparano flies out to Dosh. Badgers get a run in the bottom of the fourth inning, though, and after four, they lead 7-2. Rosenberg going after the first pitch, fouls it off on the third base side. Middle third of the order for the Royals in the top of the fifth. Strike pitch, and that's fouled out of play, and it's 0-2. And a ground ball. Took a high hop, but Federico does a nice job to stay with it, and he throws out Rosenberg for the first down of the fifth. Zylstra with a couple of base hits in the ball game. And the first one on the outside corner, strike one. Yeah, the next pitch low for a ball, 1-1. Chopper charging is Estrella, but it's cut off, and the throw to first base is not in time. Probably the only chance they had there. Marquez, the third baseman, got in front of Estrella. His momentum taking him to first base, but Zylstra got down the line. He can sniff out that infield single, and he gets to first base with one out, and the batter is Sean Nakano West. Fouled out of play. The one strike pitch. And that one's fouled straight back. And the count 0-2. Set from Johnson, and the two-strike pitch. Might have taken a little off there, but he missed high for a ball, and it's 1-2. 1-2 pitch. That's low for a ball. 2-2. 1 on, 1 out, top of the 5th inning. San Marcos trailing Tucson 7-2. Runner goes, and the ball fouled out of play. Sent from Johnson. And a fair ball. That one hits Chalk going down the left side. And the throw goes to third base. And out at third, the call. And I got to check on the third baseman Marquez to make sure he's okay, as Zylstra went in sliding hard at third base. Base hit, but Hill hustles over to get to that ball and throws a strike to Marquez at third, and that's the second out of the inning. And we'll take a timeout as they check on both players. First pitch to Colin Dosh, outside and low for a ball. Marquez okay as he stays in the ball game. Okay too as he went back to the dugout, and that ball fouled off, and the count 1-1. Check the runner at second base, and the 1-1 pitch popped up into foul territory on the first base side, but out of the reach of the first baseman Alperano, and the count 1-2. Pitch just off the outside corner, a ball. 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch off the handle into foul territory, and that's a foul ball. Two balls, two strikes, a runner at second, and 2 away in the inning. Still 7-2 our scores. We play in the 5th. And a ground ball back to Johnson. And he'll throw on to first base. And that is in time to retire the side. No runs, 2 hits, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Still 7-2. Figueroa takes low for a ball to begin the 5th inning, and he faces a new San Marcos pitcher as Nolan Cope is on to pitch the 5th. And there's a ground ball, 1 hopper picked up at third, and a throw across to first base is in time. Leadoff hitter retired. Into pitch. Austin Ricci is the new right fielder. The first pitch misses low for a ball. Sound of ball at the plate for the Badgers. A inside, and it's 2-0. Pitch a strike, and it's 2-1. Pitch a strike, and it's 2-2. The one and the 2-2 pitch. And that's punched into right field, a base hit. And Sandoval aboard at first base, a pinch hit single. And now the batter is Joseph Marquez.
Third baseman, Joseph Marquez.
Throw to first and the runner back. 7-2 Tucson. Badgers batting in the bottom of the fifth. Runner goes, the pitch a ball, the throw to second base. A little bit off the mark, and the middle infielder's late getting over there. And so it's a stolen base. Badgers hoping to hang on here and go unbeaten in pool play. The win would move their mark to 3-0. Pitch is low for a ball, 2-0. And a ground ball over to the right side. Easy hop there and a throw to first in time. And there's two away as Gonzalez throws out Marquez. Jacob Federico bats for the first time.
14, second baseman, Jacob Federico.
And ball into shallow left center field. Caught by Dosh on the run, and the inning is over. No runs, a one-out hit. Runner left at second after 5. 7-2 Badgers. As we begin the 6th inning of play, Blake Katsev takes a strike on the outside corner. And lays off a breaking ball that's inside, and it's 1-1. To the 1-2 pitch. That's low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tyler Johnson out for his 3rd inning of work. In 2 innings, no runs allowed. That pitch is high, 3-2. He's given up 3 base hits, but again, no runs. And he struck out the side of the 4th. Another base hit that's into left field, and Katsev aboard at first. Now Kyle Gonzalez. first base. Close over there, but Cats have his back. And the first pitch to Gonzalez, low for ball one. Pitch. And that's fouled out of play. And they count 1-1. The 1-1 and a ground ball to short. Out at second and on to first base, a double play. 6-4-3 double play for Tucson. And now 2 away for the top of the order, David Foster. And the first one misses for a ball. Two balls and no strikes. Royals running out of chances here as that ball's fouled out of play, and it's 2-1 down to their final 4 outs, batting with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Tucson scored 3 in the first and 3 in the second. Royals got 2 in the third to cut it to 6-2, and then Tucson added another one in the 4th inning to go up 7-2. That's where we're at the top of the 6th. And a ground ball to Federico, and he'll throw on to first base. And the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down inning. Well, not quite, I guess. A single to start the inning, then a double play reached the base runner. And it's the minimum number of hitters in the 6th anyway. We go to the bottom of the 6th, still 7-2 Tucson. Travell Hill leads off and bats for the first time in this one. He replaced Kevin Samaniego earlier in the ball game as the next pitch misses for a ball, and it's 2-0. Over for a strike, 2-1. Now Cope into the wind of the 2-1 pitch. And that's a fly ball into shallow center field. And still coming in, the center fielder, Dosh, makes the catch one away. You can see him change speed a couple of times. He let up thinking he had it tracked, and then he took off again. As that ball hung up in the wind a little bit. Now Chandler Johnson bats. And he takes a strike on the outside corner. And the pitch outside, and it's 1-1. Drive caught by the shortstop Gibson, 2 away. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 in the order for the Royals when they bat in the 7th inning.
Center fielder Alexander Carrillo.
Here's Alexander Carrillo. He takes high for ball 1. Low, and it's 2-0. line from Cope in the 2-0 pitch. That's high, 3-0. And it's a 4-pitch walk to Carrillo as he goes to first base. And the batter is Ivan Estrella.
First up, Ivan Estrella.
First pitch inside for a ball. That's 5 in a row out of the strike zone now. And the 1-0 pitch. And that's threw it into left field, a base hit. Two aboard with 2 outs for Cameron Alperano.
First baseman, Cameron Alperano.
And Alperano with a big swing and a miss there for strike 1. Swinging a foul ball, and they count 0-2. A grounder over to first base. Foster's got it, and that will end the inning. 3 unassisted put out to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, a walk, 2 left. We go to the 7th. 7-2 Badgers. Hunter French, the leadoff hitter for the Royals in the 7th. And he takes strike 1. Ball fouled out of play, and it's 0-2. The 0-2. This is outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The wide to the 1-2. And a slow tapper on the left side. That's picked up. And the throw on to first base in time. And the leadoff hitter retired in the 7th inning. Now West got Gibson. For a strike. And another swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. The count on Gibson. 1 out, base is empty in the 7th inning. And San Marcos down 7-2. Low, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled out of play. And that ball threw it into left field, a hit. So the Royals trying to make a little noise here in the 7th inning. 1 on and 1 out for Parker Rosenberg.
Catcher, Parker Rosenberg.
First pitch on the outside corner, strike 1. A line drive caught, and they got a chance to double up the runner. They do, and that will be the ball game. Estrella caught the line drive and then threw behind Gibson to first base to double up the runner, and in the inning and the ball game, no runs, a hit, and nobody left for the Royals in the 7th, and we are final.
Field 1, 2014 Christmas Memorial High School Baseball Classic. At Salem for Ralston Valley.
And we'll get you the totals here. And San Marcos then scores just 2 runs. They had 11 base hits. They actually out-hit the Badgers. But 2 runs, 11 hits, 3 errors. And they leave 8 runners on base. Tucson scores 7 runs on 9 hits. They commit 1 error and leave 6 on base. San Marcos falls to 1 and 2 in pool play. Tucson wins their pool, that's Pool A, as they finish 3 and 0 in pool play. And that will do it. Wrap up our day of coverage here, and we'll be back on Friday to bring you the championship game of the 2014 Christmas Memorial Cherry Field Classic. But that does it in this ball game as Tucson beats San Marcos by a final score of 7-2. From Cherry Field in Tucson, Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network saying so long, and we'll talk to you on Friday for the championship game.